When it comes to snowstorms, it's all about timing, timing, timing. And really, the timing couldn't be worse for this storm. It's not the blizzard of 78.
Nope.
A couple of inches here, maybe 6 out in Worcester, but the timing's not great.
Therefore, 160 school closings, mostly closings.
Yeah.
A couple of delays.
And by the end of the day, guys, most towns will only have a few inches of snow, and a lot of it will get washed away by the rain. But it is the timing. It's not the amount, it's the time of it, I think.
When's the changeover?
The changeover is going to be occurring in the next couple hours, and in some spots, Paula, it's actually already raining. Look at the Doppler Live here. You can see that along the immediate coastline, it is rain. From Beverly down to Boston. Over at Logan, it's rain. Outside our studios here in Alston, though, it's snow, and our temperature's at 33. So there may be some minor accumulation in parts of the city. South Shore, rain along the immediate coast. Cape and Islands, that's rain. Inland, though, it's all snow, and in spots, it's coming down pretty good. Accumulation is occurring, and it's occurring quickly. We're getting this burst at the start. An hour from now, we'll watch the rain line continue to work up from the southeast as warm southeasterly winds are going to transport that rain inland. By 9 o'clock, the rain-snow line is progressing nicely northward. There will be some light icing and continued snow out through Worcester and Worcester County and on up along 495 northbound. By midday, the only icing situation still occurring is northern Worcester County. Still snowing in parts of northern New England, but rain everywhere else, and it'll rain into the afternoon too. And a last burst of rain this evening, and that could be in time for the evening commute. So even though it won't be snowing for the evening commute, poor drainage could be an issue later on this afternoon and evening. There's still leaves clogging drains, and in some spots, snow will be clogging the drains up too. Jackpot, Worcester and Worcester County on up into southern New Hampshire, including Manchester, and probably down to Nashua too. 6+. We're talking about 6 to 10 inches of snow. 495 loop, a little bit in from there to about 128, 3 to 6 inches of snow. 128 into the city, about 1 to 3, but along the immediate coast, we're talking an inch or less, and that includes parts of southeastern Mass. Let's go to the temperatures. Temperatures are very interesting and critical in this storm. Again, at the coastline, we're seeing numbers 32 Portsmouth, 36 Beverly, Boston the same, Marshfield 34. Inland, though, temperatures drop into the 20s out in Worcester. The only fly in the ointment here is if these temperatures fall, and the only way that's going to happen is if the wind swings around to a north or northeasterly direction. At the moment, I don't think that that occurs for all locations, and that's why accumulations near the coast will be kept to an inch or two, if not less than that. The storm is a big one. It's producing blizzard-like conditions up in the lakes, tornadoes in the deep south, and the wintry mix for us. It wraps up and heads to our north for the next few days, and flow around low pressure is counterclockwise, so we're going to get a northwest wind here for several straight days, leading to some really cold air for the rest of the week. Let's go to the 7-day stormy one today. Be careful on the roadways from start to finish. Tomorrow, 40, partly sunny. Friday, 30 degrees and windy with wind chills in the teens. Saturday and Sunday, not much better, although we've pulled out the storm for Sunday. Should be dry down at Foxborough for that fun football game with the Carolina Panthers. We're going to win that one. All right, Carrie, you're the woman of the hour now on the roadways.
I don't know. Well, you're not exactly the woman of the hour. All right, I'll be the woman, you be the man.
Well, you don't want the reverse, do you?
No, thanks.
Okay.
I don't think you do
Just
either,
checking. No, I definitely don't.
Good morning, everybody. Well, as Todd was mentioning, it's definitely the timing of this storm that is just the worst. I know you wish you could call in sick today, but it might be a little bit obvious. So you got to get out there, but you got to take your time. The worst conditions right now are out west, extremely slippery. So we're starting to see some accidents out there. We do have one on Route 2 westbound right near 190, and the visibility isn't great, so you definitely want to look out for that. A little further east on 2 westbound, we did have an accident, and that, look at that, it was cleared and now it's back, so maybe they're still working on that. See, real-time traffic, you never know what's going to happen, but it's a slow spot right there at Route 2 and 128. 128 is slow from 93 all the way down to the Pike. We have another accident right here, 128 north approaching Washington Street. That one's been there for a while as well, so probably tough getting these cars out of there, mostly spinouts. Also, 495 southbound, right at 93, we have a rollover in the median, and that is slowing things down big time. Let's take a look at 93 itself. It is very, very stop and go beyond 128 all the way down to Route 16 and right into town. It's a snowy, slippery, and slow ride for you, and I'll certainly keep you posted on all the roadways coming up. Paula, David, back over to you.
Carrie, thank you very much. 10 minutes before 7 o'clock right now, and of course it's snowing in Conversation Nation as well.
It is.
I don't know how many inches, but it is snowing.
David Robi Show, sitting down on a park bench. Aren't you supposed to be working right now, Robi?
It feels more conversational to me, you know, sitting down in a park. Yeah, and it's more realistic as to what I really do at WBZ, just kind of like hanging around behind the scenes, you know. Here on Littleton Common, David, we think it's been snowing steadily since about 5 o'clock. We think we have at least an inch on the ground right now. As Pat Geiler takes a look over here to Route 2A and 110, we're hearing from drivers it's very sloppy out there. Now, one thing we want to stress today is that state police are asking people, once you get to where you're going, once you get through this storm, you got to shovel off your car. You got to get the snow off the top of your car because it's very dangerous to leave it on there, and it's also could cost you a ticket. We talked to some people about that this morning. State police said they're going to fine those people. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think they should. I've had it happen to me. I've had a cracked windshield. Why not? I clean my car off.
I'm one of them once in a while, but yeah, I get behind them, and when the stuff is flying off, it's a nuisance.
Got a little surprise for you. We're in the truck a little while ago, and one of our Conversation Nation viewers, Gay Ann from right here in Littleton, stopped by. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing this morning?
Great.
How are the roads?
Miserable.
Miserable. Okay, got a little surprise for you. So I did a story once about naming rights to buildings, and so I made the joke, if somebody names their house after me, I'd give them $100. What did you have for me?
We have a neon sign that we put on our house.
It says Robi Estates on it. The thing actually plugs in. We didn't want to plug it out here on the Common to drain the electricity from Littleton. But David and Paula, how about that? One of our viewers from Conversation Nation, one of our loyalists, and my Facebook buddy on WBZ right here, Gay Ann, what do we have to say about that loyalty coming out here to visit me?
You've always dreamed of having...
She says, where's my $100?
That's right, I know. Don't wait too long for that. But his name in neon. That's what he's always dreamed of.
And I'm saying, where are my warm muffins and coffee? That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Robi, someone else wrote into the blog wondering when you're going to do a snow angel. Just throwing it out there.
I'll do it right now.
Oh,
here you go.
right.
Gay Ann's going to hold it.
Here we go. David Robi Show live in Littleton Forest this morning. And yes, there he is. Robi will do anything for a laugh, including that.
Showing us the kind of snow we've got out there this morning. He says it's good for snowballs, and there is a very large snow angel.
David Robi Show, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good job out there.
Happy living in Robi Estates. All right, very much. Thanks to Gay Ann. Thanks to him. And here's what else we have making news this morning. It looks as though Senate Democrats reached an agreement overnight on a major part of their health care reform bill, the so-called public option. Democrats have agreed to drop a government-run insurance plan from the bill in an effort to win support from moderates. Now, in place of the plan, Democrats have agreed on a private insurance arrangement that would be supervised by a federal agency.
Also making news.